Do you find yourself doing it all? Are you trying to make your career work, your relationships work, get to the gym and do some yoga? And if you have kids, make sure that you're there to do their homework with them. If so, this week's episode is for you. It can be overwhelming. There's a lot to do in life, right? And I think one of the biggest myths that we believe as women is that we have to do it all by ourselves. And that if we can't, then we're seemingly not good enough or, we don't deserve it and we're just kind of weak. And I think that's really, really unfortunate because I don't think we're supposed to do it all by ourselves. I think that we're supposed to do it in communities and we're supposed to get guidance and support. The way society is structured these days is very isolated. Women are living in apartment blocks on their own. They don't gather. It's not quite the same as it used to be back in the tribes days where, women would look after bunches of children and, people would delegate and it would be more of a team effort. I think now, because we are more isolated, we're expected to do it all on ourselves. And quite frankly, it can be overwhelming. So if you're feeling that right now, I encourage you to drop that belief that you have to do it all on your own and ask yourself, where in my life do I need support? Perhaps it's getting a cleaner to come in twice a week, just so you have a bit more time to actually enjoy your downtime. And that cost of a cleaner is going to bring you infinitely more happiness to spend on actually enjoying your downtime. Maybe it's, getting somebody to help watch your kids one night a week so that you can go out with your partner or you can go out for yourself and just have some time just to be. Think about where in your life you can start delegating and getting support. On top of that, you can also start to think about, actually your support in terms of guidance. Maybe you need to incorporate a ritual or a practice, meditation, mindfulness practice where you can get the downloads and get the intuition going and get the support and the real guidance on what it is you're supposed to be doing and where you need to tweak, where you need to change, where you need to refine. You don't have to do this on your own. And when you start to release that pressure, that's when you can start to feel like you've got space and time to allow more things into your life. So I'll share an analogy with you. I had a friend come over a few weeks ago to help me with a wardrobe edit. And she has a fabulous service, and I'll send a link to you guys. For anyone in Hong Kong, highly recommend my friend Cheryl. And her company is Make My Wardrobe Work. So she came and she helped me get rid of this, look at the stuff that wasn't working and look at the stuff that does work. And we cleared out a lot. And there was all this beautiful space in my closet where I could actually look at the clothes that I like to wear and not be distracted by all the things that don't fit or that I don't like and, have that clutter there. And I think that when our lives are so full and we have so much on our plates, that's exactly the same thing. We don't have any cracks. We don't have any spaces to step back and enjoy or, take a breath and really live life and be able to see where it is that we're going. Our life is just too full and bombarded with many things because we as women think we have to do it all. So it's time to take some stuff off your plate. Look at the areas in your life where you can delegate, where you can distribute, where you can share with other women some of the workload perhaps, or with your partner, with your man as well. And see what that brings how that changes your life. Does that bring in more space? Does that bring in more joy? Does that bring in more connection with other people or with source, whichever your action step is? And see how that impacts your life. Give it a try and report back and let me know. As I said, I'm a very analytical person, and you can start to run these mini experiments to see how it makes a change in your life. I know that doing this and getting support has made a huge change in my life, and I really encourage you to think about doing this for the greater good, because if you're too full and at capacity, you can't really go out there and do the work that you're meant to do because you're too busy worrying about the laundry or too busy worrying about the shopping. Yes, that's important, and there are days and times to do it, but let's get strategic and let's get smart in terms of how to batch things or get things off your plate so that you have more creative time or more downtime to work and to play. Remember, there is no one in the world who can do what you do the way you do it, so free up that space for yourself so that we can see you shining bright and being happy in the world. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next week.